passion, my own research is this theme of super flexibility. Now, what does that mean? We live in a really dynamic world today. I don't need to tell anybody that. I think you see it on a daily basis. And in the past, our traditional thinking has forced us to think in the context of creating stability and maintaining routine. My work with colleague Stuart Evans on super flexibility, we really try to portray the repertoire of capabilities that individuals need to be successful in tomorrow's dynamic world. And what we mean by super flexibility is really two things. It's almost a paradox. How do you withstand turbulence? And how do you transform in the light of changing conditions? Think about, for example, a sporting team. A sporting team, if it's really good, it's super flexible. It has got certain activities and repertoires that are very, very stable. But on the other hand, it changes its techniques, it changes its players, it adapts to new opponents, it can play the game in different surroundings and different conditions. So super flexible leaders have the ability to address both sides of the spectrum. The ability to withstand turbulence by being robust, by being resilient. The ability to transform and adapt and adjust to new situations by being versatile, by being agile, and by being adaptive. So really, the notion of a super flexible leader is the ability to address both ends of the spectrum. And that is something that we have not been accustomed to in our traditional, stable business environments. But the world of tomorrow is going to be totally different. And the analogy I like to draw is from the animal world. How do animals adapt? Think about how an elephant adapts or how a crocodile adapts, and compare that with how a cheetah adapts or how a chameleon adapts. Well, they're very different strategies. A crocodile is truly robust because it's got very strong jaws and its digestive system is very strong, so it can eat almost anything. That's its survival technique. Now let's take a chameleon on the other hand. A chameleon changes its color and adapts to its surroundings through camouflage. A cheetah is fast and can run very quickly. So we think of a super flexible leader as an individual who has got a dominant DNA. So they may be super fast or super versatile or very robust like the crocodile, but at the same time, it can draw on these other capabilities depending on the situation that they face. So I would predict that the successful individual leader of the future is someone who can blend together those repertoire of capabilities that we subsume under this title of super flexibility. The leader of the future has got to be able to, what I say is, have an iron hand and a velvet glove. This is the mark of super flexibility in a practical way. Iron hand. That means you've got to be very clear about your non-negotiables. You've got to be very clear about where you want to drive to. You've got to be very clear about the value sets that guide your thinking. So that is the iron hand. Something unshakable, solid, certain, robust. On the other hand, the leader of the future has got to have a velvet glove, has got to be able to adjust and adapt, has got to be open to different points of view, has got to take input from a variety of different sources so that you don't suffer from groupthink. So blending those two abilities, and I would characterize it as iron hand and velvet glove, you could use different analogies to describe this, is, I think, a true mark of the future leader. And I have seen that, by the way, in my own students who have graduated from our various programs and have gone and become very successful leaders in today's knowledge-based industries. They can combine these two. They have these bedrock anchors of stability that are unshakable, but at the same time, they have this open-mindedness and this openness to different points of view and diverse thinking. That, to me, addressing those two sides of the spectrum, to me, is the hallmark of the leader of the future.